Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
January 15th, 2020. Lots of great stuff is happening so far in the first part of the year in January. I cannot tell you how exciting it is. It's super exciting seeing this podcast grow. This is crazy. I'm driving in my car from work, ranting about my day's experience, telling people to get out of their comfort zone and start living on purpose so that they can live a better life. Avoid adversity. And if you're in adversity, this will get you out of adversity. There's a lot of things that are exciting to me, and I'm living on purpose. I'm living with passion. And as I've been told recently, a lot of intensity. And I'm digging it. I'm thoroughly digging it. So what good things are happening to you today out there where you're at? I'll tell you where I'm at. As I'm driving home, there is something that was brought up this weekend that I thought was pretty interesting. So believe it or not, my spouse, I'm talking about her again, said something to me that kind of hit a nerve. The reason you don't have everything done the way you want it and when you wanted it is because you don't finish things in a timely manner. You do a chunk of things here and then you break away and you go do something else. Then you come back and you do a chunk of it then, and all these things. What you need to do is work on your time management skills. And I'm like, well, thank you very much. I'm pretty jammed 24/7, and I'm glad you love me enough to tell me that. But how would you do differently? Why do you know that I have an issue? Like what? Explain it to me. And this is so super cool. Here's what came out of that whole thing. I don't even know if this makes sense or ties in, but check this out. We have, back in the day, you're at the grocery store, you're doing your thing, you're running your errands, you're at the dry cleaner, and then at 7:30, you have to be home because you have to take a phone call for a sales call or for whatever it was, because mobile phones weren't huge. Yeah, I'm going to be 50 here in 2 days. Hit me up, wish me a happy birthday at dan@thenocomfortzone.com, or better yet on social media. What is it? No Comfort Zone 1, I think, is what it is. I don't know. I wish I knew what my social tags were. But find me on the internet, the No Comfort Zone guy, all right? I'm actually really excited to be turning 50. I have a lot to be grateful for, and I have a lot to look forward to. And quite frankly, a lot to look forward to is because I decided to start this little podcast, got some coaching on how to do this. I do it on my way to and from work, and sometimes on the weekends. I got some videos that are out there as well on YouTube. And what I do is I just try to hope and motivate and inspire people to get out of their comfort zone and live on purpose. Because I was not the guy, roughly 37, so what was that, 13 years ago? I was not the guy who was in a position 15 years ago, actually. I was not the guy that you wanted to be around because I was so depressed and I was doing depressing things. So now I'm at a place in my life right now where I'm trying to help people, just trying to get through adversity, trying to hit their goals and be successful. And I'm talking success on every level. Relationships, money, health, the whole thing. And I'm working towards it every single day. But the big deal is this, is you had to be at a certain place at a certain time just to get a phone call. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was selling in Hawaii that, I got a cell phone, and I remember getting a $1,000 cell phone bill. I got rid of that really quick. What was I, a baller? I was trying to make sales calls, and I think I was making about that per month at sometimes. It was awful, and I wasn't very good at selling yet. So I ended up working like a madman, but that cell phone was a huge breakthrough. Anyway, I totally got off subject. So you had to manage your time to be at certain places, and then you couldn't get distracted every 2 seconds. So there's a lot of hate and discontent when it comes to millennials, but I totally get it. I completely understand it. Because all of these distractions are actually a good thing when you think about it. They are good because they help you stay focused on what you truly and what you really need in your life and where you're going. And when you use the technology to your advantage, life can be a lot easier. everybody has an opportunity to change their life based on the utilization of their cell phone. You can use your cell phone for good. You can use your cell phone for bad. I got the latest iPhone, I don't even know what it is, 11 Plus Pro with the cameras. I got my microphone attached to it right now. And as I'm driving, yes, holding my phone, I'm not supposed to, it's illegal. I'm recording this podcast to let you know that time management, what I'm going through, she's right. But I like to chunk things. Tony Robbins did this a long time ago. You chunk things together to get things done. It's almost like multitasking, although the jury's out on that. Can you really simultaneously complete tasks by multitasking? I don't know. Women seem to do a good job with it, but I'm actually driving right now. I'm going home. I'm recording a podcast. So I guess I'm multitasking right now. I guess I just ended the argument, didn't I? Okay, but it's not legal, so it doesn't count. But the time management issue really comes down to, what are you doing with your time? So I'm fascinated by this. When I was selling cars for a living, my whole goal was to get in front of as many people as possible and follow up with them. It wasn't to sell them. It was to exchange information so I could follow up with more information that would be relative towards their ultimate transaction. And I found this to be really good because I was transparent. But the key to this was I was doing what my goal back then was to sell. It was like, I think sell 20 cars a month is what my goal was. And now that's even laughable. There's guys that are doing 150 cars a month and stuff, machines out there. And my hat's off to you. I'll bow down to you. Thank you very much. You are some stone cold killers out there. But my reality was I wanted to do 20. My average when I left, I was at 27. And I did that in roughly half the month because I was always taking Monday off. And my day off was Tuesday. And I did that for a lot of different reasons. I wanted to increase my intensity from the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that I was there to build up my Saturday. So Saturday was focused on just selling and delivering and taking care of people. And it seemed to work out good. And then as I evolved in my career and got into management and then sales training and then management training, what I ended up discovering was it really comes down to time management. Time management and a process can go so well hand in, it can become so synergistic, and that's what I'm looking for. Synergy is the key to success. So 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. That's what everyone else is doing. That's average. 1 + 1, that's not where you want to go. You want to get in the no comfort zone. 1 + 1 = 3. For example, I'm going to diet to lose weight. That's a terrible thing to do, is to diet. I'm going to change my lifestyle and eating habits to lose weight. I'm going to incorporate cardio exercise into my workouts, into my working out. That is synergistic. 1 + 1 = 3. Because now you're actually getting better health. You're eating better food, so you're losing the weight, and you're working on your cardiovascular system. Do you understand? Now add weight training in it. That's your anti-aging. Now add other forms of nutrition to it, doing the juicing and different types of fasting or whatever it is. Now you see where this goes. You start compounding things together and you start to create this synergistic environment for you to start accomplishing your goals. And that's how I was able to do a lot of the goals in 60 days. The no comfort zone is just that. Take your health, take your mindset, take your spirituality, take your structure of your day, take all the things that are holding you back, throw them into one moment throughout the day, and see what happens. Yeah, you're going to be really uncomfortable, but you're not going to be distracted because it's all going the same direction. You're sprinting, you're walking, then you're running, then you're sprinting, and then you're uber fast as far as where you're going in your life because you have the synergy behind it. And that's what I'm imploring you to do. If you want to get to your goals, great. Listen to YouTube, go read books. Do what they're doing now is like Blinkist and getting the best parts of the book. I like reading books old-fashioned way. I like listening to audiobooks. I like writing about my interpretation of the book. I do that a lot lately. But what's really great is when you take all that information and you start going forward with it, why not get your goals a lot faster? That's where I come in. Listen, if you want to hit me up and you want to learn how to sell, you could hit me up on the blueprint and I can help you with the blueprint start crushing your sales goals. If you're a leader and you need help managing your group, your people, I could help you with the blueprint, realizing what you need to be a better leader. I spoke about this. I've used the blueprint in speaking events, and it works really well. In most speaking events, when there's a panel of people speaking, I get voted the most energetic and the most impactful speaker because the blueprint is real. It's an active thing that you do. It's not something you read and try to apply. You have to live it. That's why I say if you take the No Comfort Zone Challenge, it'll change your life. It'll change your life because you can't look back anymore. Because you'll realize any time in your life that you decide or want to get comfortable, you're going to realize that's one step towards failure, one step towards adversity. You realize that it programs you to experience pain when you're comfortable. And that's not a bad thing. I like to experience success when I'm successful. And it's such a great feeling to have. And its success to you might be money. It might be the relationship. It might be the investments. It might be all that. To me, it's a little bit different. To me, it's living with an intensity and a purpose every single day because you don't know when you're going to expire. We all have an expiration date. We are all in line waiting for the end. It's the only requirement of life is that you're going to die. You're going to. That's the way it goes. So how do you want to live your life? Here's a suggestion. Get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.